Hey friends, what's up? Ash here. Welcome to Extra Gents. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the semi-new Cartier Declaration Haute Fraicheur. Declaration Haute Fraicheur. So I've had this one for a minute. Got it when it came out. I intended to do a review on it or to do first impressions on it and just never did. So now I'm finally getting around to it. Sorry, it's been a while. A little bit of a spoiler before we hop into it. There are some things about this fragrance that I am absolutely in love with. And then other parts about this fragrance suck so bad. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about them. So this one, when I got it from, I think it was Macy's. It was only available at full retail when I picked it up because it was not long after it came out. Now it's available at Joma Shop for a pretty decent discount. Of course, I've got the code GENTS8. Use that if you shop on Joma Shop. It'll save you $8 off any order over 110. But if you've been waiting on this to be discounted, now you can find it discounted, just not a crazy amount. Don't hold me to this, but I think as of filming, you can get it for like 65 US, something like that. Let's check out the presentation really quickly and just hop right into the scent. So here we got the box. You have the name of the fragrance, name of the house, size, concentration, all that usual information right there on the front. Up top, you have Cartier Parfum. You got nothing on the sides on this box. On the back, you have just a little bit of information. And on the bottom, you'll find your ingredients, your batch code. And mine is 1HAA. And here we have the bottle. It's the typical bottle style for this fragrance line. Looks good, has a nice green coloration to the bottle. And then on the top, you have this little thing that you flip that can lock the atomizer in place so you don't accidentally spray it. On the bottom, you have a sticker with your batch code. You guys know how we do it. Let's go ahead and waste a couple sprays for you guys. Here we go. It's actually really good. If you're familiar with these bottles, the atomizer looks like it would be trash. It has this little dome shape to it, but it actually works really well. All right, this fragrance is like a tale of two fragrances for me. Some things that I absolutely love that I can't get enough of, and some things that make me want to pull my hair out, okay? So the first thing is that good old note breakdown. Yeah, it has that note breakdown type that drives me insane. It's got 3 notes. It's got one in the top, one in the mid, one in the base. So they're hitting you with that laziness, just letting you know just the tippiest little tippy touch of what's actually inside the fragrance here. There's your note breakdown. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. So not too much to go off of as far as the note breakdown goes. Well, how does it smell? How does it come across? Because that's not really a big deal, the 3 notes, but maybe it doesn't give you a great picture of what you're in for. So when you first spray the fragrance on, it is very green, which you obviously would expect with the coloration of the bottle, with the note breakdown, green cardamom, citrus leaf, all this stuff. You expect that, and it delivers in a big way. So citrus leaves being the top note, you get a little bit of citrus freshness, like an actual citrus fruit. And then you also do get this sort of green note vibe, which could also be described a little bit as a green tea. Now, when I say green tea though, just to make sure you understand where I'm coming from, it doesn't smell like an actual green tea. Not to me anyway. So it doesn't smell like you boiled a green tea. You didn't make a hot green tea. It doesn't smell exactly like that. So it doesn't really have very much of that bitterness. Now it has a little bit of a touch of like a vegetal feel, but in a very fresh way. They're sweet. It's got a little hint of spice from cardamom, but again, leaning more toward the fresh, sweet green side of that particular note. Smells absolutely awesome. I love the opening. It is so pleasant, so nice. I like green fragrances. I've talked about that a bunch. I love the freshness in here. I love the quality of how it comes across. It doesn't have any chemical feel to it. It doesn't come across screechy really to me. It has like a slight hint of a vegetal kind of undertone, but it's done in a really nice way. And the sweetness and everything helps offset it. So it just gives it a little additional depth in the top there. It is so refreshing, so classy, so well done, the opening It is great. If it stayed like that for a while and had a really nice evolution, man, it would be one of my favorite spring and summer fragrances that I own. As far as designers go, straight up, it would be up there. But this is where things start to fall apart a little bit. So the opening smells really, really good. Like I said, love it. No breakdown, very simple. Fragrance itself, pretty simple, yeah. But it does not last. That opening starts to fade off my skin after 10, 15 minutes. And once the opening is gone, the fragrance sits so close to your skin. It lasts for a decent amount of time, but it sits so close. I mean, 5 hours later, I can still smell it if I take wherever I sprayed, so we're gonna say the crook of my arm, and just put it like this. Yeah, I can pick it up then, but it doesn't really matter because I'm burying my nose into my arm to try to smell it. It's so faint. It's like the little smallest puff, a little tiny whisper of the fragrance trying to sneak off your skin, but it doesn't get anywhere before it dies in the air. So that's the big problem. It sucks as far as the projection goes. There really isn't any. I mean, maybe if you're running around like really huffing and puffing and moving, and you're weaving around people, maybe somebody catches the faintest whiff of something that smells a little green and slightly fresh, and they go, oh, what's that? I don't know, it's gone. It's really that crappy. It really is. So longevity, yeah, you can get 5 hours off your skin, but projection, nobody's gonna be able to smell it. Maybe if you go insanely heavy with the stuff, maybe you can try to layer it with something to get better performance. Maybe you can spray it all into your hair. Maybe just crack the bottle open and just dump it all over yourself, and maybe then somebody can smell it. But at that point, there is no point. Wear something else. It's an eau de toilette, but it performs like a weak eau de cologne. So yeah, that sucks. That absolutely kills the fragrance. As far as the dry down, some of that vegetal feeling carries over. That's there in the opening, but it's amplified a bit because some of that sweetness steps back as the fragrance dries. So that vegetal feel, you can kind of pick it out a little bit easier as it dries down, kind of lingers together with some the cedar in the base, that bit of woodiness. Still smells fine to me, but nowhere close, not in the same universe as the opening, and I guess the mid, if you want to call it the mid, as it's fading away into the ether off your skin. The opening though, oh man, it smells good. This is the type of fragrance that can get you in trouble, because you go to a store, you spray it on a tester strip, and the opening smells so pleasant that you're like, ooh, that is a home run, baby. Then you buy it and you realize, oh, that was the highlight. The highlight was right at the beginning. Honeymoon phase is over. Ugh. So on the whole, with this fragrance, it's hard. Like, I want to love it so much because that opening makes me so happy every time I smell it. But then 10, 15 minutes later, it starts to go downhill, and it sits so close to my skin that it's hard to recommend it. So I'd say on a personal level that I like the fragrance because of that opening. The dry down is not anything to get too hyped about, but the opening smells so nice. But now I'm sitting here like making excuses as to why it's so good when it's really just the opening that I like. So take it for what it is. The performance on it lets me down. So yeah. Now, to be fair, not every fragrance has to be beast mode. Not every fragrance has to be ultra strong. If you're looking for something that has an amazing opening, that is pretty easy to wear, pretty likable, nice smelling, green, fresh, spring, summertime. If you want a fragrance that's not going to overwhelm people around you, like maybe an office safe fragrance that's, going to sit close to the skin, this would actually be really good in that situation. So there is that. So for me, I'm split on this one. There are things I really like I said at the beginning, things I actually love about this fragrance, and then other things that are a drawback. So I can't sit here and tell you I love it, that you got to try it. I don't think so. But I think for certain people in certain situations, it could be a home run. You got to understand the limitations of the fragrance. So, don't go into it expecting something really strong, something that's going to really project out there. Don't expect that. So there we go. Some good, some bad with this one. If you've smelled it, let me know in the comments what you think about this one. And as always, thank you for hanging with me. Thanks for your support, guys. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you again another day with another video. See you guys.